We just were at the Ramkota last week. We spoke to almost, about 900 students that we spoke to, leadership students from all over North Dakota that came together. After the assembly, a young man comes up to one of our team members, 16-year-old boy from Williston. He said, your school assembly was there. And we did know that because FIND funded the entire thing. Remember being in Williston. There's a dark cloud, right, Tekla? Dark cloud over that city right now. But there are people there. We can't just push it off to this. We can't just pray it into the depths of hell. We got to get in there. The 16-year-old boy says, you were at my school, but I wasn't there. He said, but I want to tell you a story. He said, you see, in my home, there was this man in town. He began to text me, began to befriend me, began to ask me to do things. And finally, one night, he asked me if I would come over to his house. He was having a little get-together. They wanted to introduce me to some people. He said, man, it just felt weird. So he told one of his friends who happened to be at the assembly called Say Something. His friend looked at him and he said, listen, we just had this assembly. And he told us if something didn't feel right, we're supposed to say it. And he goes, something doesn't feel right. So I'm telling you, don't go, man. Don't do it. He said, you got to tell somebody about what's happening. So he went home. He told his parents. They called the authorities. And I want to tell you today, because of FIND and their willingness to recognize this about people, that I can stand in front of you today and tell you that that man is a known trafficker. They went to his home. They arrested him. He is now serving time in the state penitentiary. And that 16-year-old boy is free. He's not held captive. So today I'm not standing up telling you about a program that FIND has, that we have. I'm telling you that there is a 16-year-old boy that because of your faithfulness, those of you as New Song, those of you as a part of FIND, because of your faithfulness, you made a difference. Would you bow your heads all across this place?